Okay, welcome back with Happy Chappy, and this is questions and answers. It's how I see life is, how we lead it anyway, and how we could make a change to enjoy it more. Because when we're always looking for them questions, or when we always have them questions, obviously it's an answer we're looking for. Um, because the ego needs to know. But what I found out, you always get the answer anyway, if you've got the patience to wait for it. So the way I'm viewing it is in questions and answers is that for all the questions we have, we need to have patience. And when we have that patience, the answers will arrive. And when the answers arrive, we give acceptance to it all, no matter if it's the answer we're looking for or not. It's the answer that's there. And when you roll with the universe and the cycle of everything, like nature, then that acceptance will become more fluent with you, uh, more acceptable, and with that will bring more comfort in your life. Or so I found with my life. Um, and I believe if everyone used that method, that they would be happier, in themselves. Because I wasn't always happy chappy. Um, I was actually the opposite of that. I was dark, not so much on other people or that. I was dark in here. I didn't appreciate who I was and started realizing that. Um, I'm not going to go into how dark, but whatever you could think of as dark, think of that and more. And when I look back, and it's not that I don't want or I'm afraid or anything like that. It doesn't have a part of me anymore. It was a different version of me. It's not who I am. Yet it had me become who I am, seeing my faults with my ego, always questioning what if this, what if that, what if I done this, that, what. Um, and that became, left me with a place of blaming. Oh, it was him or her, it was their fault, they did this, they did that. Instead of accepting what I done by placing myself in them places, which was my own doing. Um, no matter what anyone else done, I didn't have to be there. I placed myself there in that space and time that created how I felt about things. because I had questions about the world, about people, about others, about the situations. Because there was so many questions and there was never the right answers because they were never fulfilling for me and how I wanted them to turn out. It left me dark inside. Yet I was able to find a way by looking within myself, sitting down with myself and having them conversations. The wee man here, the wee man here, arguing among each other, in here, and in here. Figuring it all out, figuring out what was I was looking for. And I believe it's something that we're all looking for, whether we like to admit it or not, because I didn't. And that's love. And I mean, like, I don't mean love from another person or anything like that. I mean, like, true, unconditional love. And that comes from God. And you have to find that within your soul, within your body, within your mind, in who you are, in who is guiding the vessel that you are in that physical frame. And for me, that was finding out who I am, taking myself away from what I wanted, from my ego, from what the body wanted, between the body and the mind, what it could conjure up in this everyday world that we see, physical objects and happenings happening before us that made me want for things, things outside of me, and then I would look for answers in these things that weren't suiting who I was. So left me in a distance from myself, yet being with myself, but feeling so far away from who I was. Yet when I sat down and had that discussion with myself, it wasn't just once. I do this like all the time. Now it's like just sitting down and speaking with dead divine. Because when you do find yourself, you find your true essence of what creates us all. And when you can see that in yourself, you can see it in everything. It just becomes so beautiful. Life, you get to see that true love, that unconditional love, because it's there in everything, for everything, and it's within you, it's within everything. And that's what makes it so beautiful. It's so well hidden, yet it's there before your eyes. It's a masterpiece. It truly is. And it's with you. But I don't know, maybe you're in this place too. I pray that you are. But if you're caught up in your ego and where I was, I suggest look inside you, have that discussion with you. Why are you asking questions? is it going to be beneficial to you? And to anything that you need to know, or to where you want to go to in life, whatever you want to do on the physical plane in life, I suggest just aim for that. Any questions you have, look them up or whatever, search them. Do all that you can that circulates around that. And you've no need for anything else outside of that is ego asking questions for things that's irrelevant to your journey, to where you're seeking. And in analysing everything that you do on your quest to that journey, you will see the questions that you ask. Did you need to ask them questions? Is there something that you could have done without asking them questions? Is there something that you could have found out for yourself? By staying on your path, but venturing out of that path, where you're taking another path, but it's guiding you on the same direction, just sensing out from it so say you're in say you're studying psychology, then you might venture out and go into sociology and come back into the psychology. Or you might venture out and go into mythology and come back into your psychology. There'll be many paths on our journey that we can go out to and come back to. And when we put them all together, there'll be one as a unit. And sometimes we just go and ask questions this, questions that. And it's always of other people. But if we go and find the information for ourselves and analyze it all and take what's best out of everything that is best for us, not that's best or could be seen best in sociology or psychology or mythology, not what is put out there to be best in it, because someone else, what they think would be best, may be best for them. But when you grab it all and put it all together, it mightn't fit in place their best part of it with what you know. And you may have to go to a different part of that and bring it back to your subconscious mind and all that you're putting in there and make it yours, uniqueness. And you'll have captured what they've captured, but in another form. And it will be unique in how you've done it without questioning this, that, or whatever. You're going and getting the knowing by giving yourself that knowledge and putting what's there that is best for you. And as we're all one and the same, but we're unique in who we are as individuals. And in this way, you start creating or seeing that uniqueness in who you are as an individual. But yet you're seeing the love for everything and everyone and how it has its own uniqueness, no matter what it is. Just the essence of something. But if we just sit back then, and there'd be things that we might find that in life don't go with our flow, because it's our ego attacking us. So we may say something that someone else does, or we may not agree with it. But does that mean that we need to attack upon it? I don't think it does. I think that's just our ego saying, oh, you need to say something here. Put that right. But what if it's not aimed at you? Do you need to be saying anything? Because everyone's got that individual view and everyone's going to see it different. So you've seen it different. So someone else will be in another place in space, seeing it in their view, and another person in their view. And everyone's view is going to be slightly different. Yet you're all looking at the same material. So the answers you're going to get are never going to be the answers that you're looking for, no matter where you turn to or who you turn to. The only way you're going to get the answers that you're looking for is going to be in here, within you. So that's accepting. Can't get these words out. Accepting yourself, yet accepting everybody else in the way that they are, in their own uniqueness. And for any questions you have, then that's something to work on. So if you have a question that someone said something about mythology and that doesn't resonate with you, there's something wrong there, that you need to question them, or that you feel that you need to question them. Well, you need to do the flipperoo, I like to look at it as, and turn around and ask yourself, why are you questioning them in their view of it? Unless they're attacking you with it. And even if that you're questioning, you need to be going looking in here and finding out why you think that's not the answer, but yet understanding it's their answer and how they've learned things and how they view things. Now, if you think there's another answer and you've learned it, well, then that's up for discussion then. And not arguing, a discussion where you see their point of view in how they've learned what they've learned, but you give your point of view in what you've learned to help them see your side of the story, so it can help them advance in their side of the story and what they already know. So we're helping instead of fighting about who's right, who's wrong. We're all right in what we know in ourselves. And it may be seen wrong in other eyes, in how we deliver the messages. But I believe that's down to us to show our message and share our message with each other. So everyone's message can expand, not be just trapped into that one dimension, can expand out into other dimensions, connecting, interlinking with each other, in accepting each other's view, and not questioning it, seeing it for its true essence, that this is where this person has got to in all that they've learned. Oh, but I know something that could help, so you share it. And now in some cases what you'll find is people don't want to know because they're not ready for that acceptance. So that's the time to move on and don't force it, because they're not ready. So you move on. You move on to where it's being accepted, to that place of acceptance in others. And if you can't find it, you just keep moving on being you and learning for you, which is the whole point of the journey anyway. Because everything in between is just helping each other. And until other people are ready, you can't force them. You just have to go with the flow. Like a fish in the sea. I don't know where that was coming from, but yeah. So questions and answers, it's like if we've a question, we need to, like on somebody else's, if we're having that discussion and we're sharing our views and there comes up a question about the other person, you have to look into their essence of who they are and how this is what they have learned in their life. And it's true to them. So then you accept it for who they are as a person. So you're accepting them. And it doesn't become so much about what they've learned or what you've learned or who knows best. I'm right, you're wrong. Because that's just all ego. You're both right in what you've learned, from how you've learned it, from where you've came from on your journey. And now it's about bringing them two journeys together and interlinking them to make that journey more beautiful within each other, in that love and acceptance for each other. And then I believe you're truly sharing that unconditional love for one another that is given to you by God in every day, in every way that you move through your own path. God is with you, guiding you. If you don't use that ego as an opposition against God, and an opposition against God's children of the world that we all are. So hopefully this helps you in some way, and guide you like it guides me, being happy in who I am and being happy in life. Anyway, this is Happy Chappy and love and peace to you all.